Welcome once again to Real Issues. I'm your host, Ola. On this platform, we made it available for people to tell their stories because in our community, we are plagued with, I don't want people to know my business, and that has really affected a lot of things. It has caused so many things. Even our mental issues is going through a big turmoil. So this platform is for you. If you have a story and you want to tell your story, please come. I welcome my guest today, Stephanie. Stephanie, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Yes,
nice
you're welcome.
Here.
Nice to be here. My guest today is going to talk to us about our story. This story has never been heard anywhere on any platform. It is her story, and she's here to tell her story. I hope you learn one or two things from her story. So Stephanie,
Yes.
can you give us a little bit about your family dynamics when you were growing up?
Well, I grew up with, my family was not so big. My immediate family is my mother, and she was a single mother with four kids. It was four of us. I'm the oldest, and three boys. Yeah, so it was my mother, and my grandmother was also around, and my cousins, and yeah, that's it. But it was not a very, very big family.
Not a very
big family. No.
Yeah. But what country is that? What's
The
it?
Bahamas.
The Bahamas.
Yes.
The beaches.
Yes. Beautiful.
I love to go on holiday with you.
Absolutely divine. I would love to have you there. Take you there, that is.
Oh, beautiful. So you are there with your mom growing up, and so what really happened?
Well, where do I start? My family was I grew up in a very dysfunctional family, I should say. My mother was not very kind to me. Her way of showing me love was with material things. You know, I mean, I was always wore the best of the best, but I never had any love growing up in the home. Absolutely no love in the home. Not at all. I remember, like I would just go to her for a little attention, and she would just push me away and say things like, I could remember as young as 6, I'm sorry to Christ I ever born your black ass, if I can say that. You know, I should have never had to, like things like that. And that was constantly said to me. So I didn't have any love. The only love I think I had growing up was from my grandmother,
So your grandmother was there with you, living with you?
My grandmother, yeah, she lived on another island, but she would come and spend time, like a year to 6 months, and then she would go back. Yeah.
So with this relationship with your mom, is it the same thing with your siblings?
Well, 2 of us, my brother and I, were treated that way, and I have 2 other brothers that were treated differently. So I remember her saying that if she died, she would like to take their 2 younger brothers with her, and to hell with me and my other brother is exactly what she would say. Yeah, it was really bad. The abuse was really, it was never no physical abuse, but
Emotional.
The emotional abuse was,
abuse,
yeah. As a matter of fact, the first time she told me that she loved me was 23 years ago, February the 19th. Actually, no, I lied, sorry. August the 17th, she told me that she loved me, and she apologized for all the wrong that she did to me. August the 18th was my son's birthday. She told him happy birthday. August the 19th, she died.
So she's dead.
My mother, yeah, she passed away 23 years ago.
How old were you then?
When
When she told you she loved you?
this 23 years ago. I was
23 years.
34 years old when she told me. That was
If you
the
don't
first-
mind me asking, how old are you now?
I'm 57.
57.
Yes.
So she told you she loved you at the age of 23.
No, 34.
When you were 34.
When I was 34.
That
and
was
she was dying.
Okay.
Yeah. So before she passed away, she told me that she loved me, which was the first time. And ever. And she was sorry for the way that she treated me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my thing is, like I told you before, not on this platform but in private, this year is 2023 because I've been working very, very hard on myself for a long time and I'm not there yet. I feel like I'm 80% there, but that 20% I need to work so hard on, and that's the hardest part, and that is forgiveness. I need to work on forgiving people that hurt me so deeply in order for me to move on. My mother is dead, like I told you, 23 years, and I still haven't forgiven her. So I'm not gaining anything by holding on to that.
So you want to have a release?
I need to I need to let it go. I need to move forward, free myself. And in order to do that, I need to forgive. And also I need to forgive the family member who sexually molested me from I would say 7 years old until I was 12. You see me with my, yes, 7 years old until I was 12. And that was almost, okay, like I said, my mother lived on one island. And so he would come to visit. Let's say I go to visit my grandmother, and he would come to visit. When he come to visit, he would, and that's when it would happen.
So he doesn't live with
He'll
you?
wait till I go to sleep, and then he would start molesting me. And that happened for years, until I was 12 years old. And when he realized that I saw my period, then he stopped.
So I will ask you, this family member was very close to you?
Yes.
To your parents?
Yes.
Okay. Was there a stage of grooming? Or it just happened?
Oh, yeah, 7 years old. I can't really remember grooming, I remember just, I dreaded when it would get dark. When nighttime would come, I dreaded it because I know what he was going to do. I know he was going to come in and bother me. And yes, okay, and after that, the next day he would go and buy me like candies or
That's what I want to say. So you come in and
every time and molest me, and then the next day would go and, like you said, groom me, I guess, get me sweets or
to make you forget about it.
And for me, I don't know why, I just didn't say anything about it because he was so nice to me the next day. So, and because he's a family member, I just didn't say anything about it. But as I got older, I was a teenager at this time, and I finally, got the courage to tell my mother about it, So I said, Mom, this and this happened, and this is what this person did to me. And she said to me, you asked for it.
Wow.
Yes. She said, you asked for it. She knows the person very, very well. So I said, what did you say? She said, I said you asked for it. So needless to say, if I cannot go to my mother,
who is supposed to be
who was to protect me,
protect you,
and then that's the only person I feel like I should be able to confide in or let her know. Yeah, but I think that just thinking back now, I mean, it hurt so bad when she said that. It really did hurt. Oh my God, it was terrible. And then I started questioning myself. did I do something wrong? What did I do? Did I ask for it? Is she right? Is she right in saying so? So I started doubting myself and questioning myself, and I started blaming myself for it. Do you know what I mean? For the longest, but it was definitely not my fault. Now I realize that it's not my fault, but I feel that back then my mother, she probably didn't know how to
go about
it. Yeah.
Or could it be
I think that
maybe something she went through?
Maybe she went through the same and
herself?
Didn't even, yes.
And didn't know how to help you because maybe she didn't get help?
I'm sure she didn't remember. In our culture, we keep those things in. You just shut up.
Yeah.
You don't talk about it. You just you leave it to God. Just you don't talk about it.
You don't talk about it. It's an abomination. You don't say anything.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so. It is that is very, very common, and it has become a lifestyle to us, and it has really damaged most of us. Many of us are going through mental issues that we don't even know about.
Exactly.
And we don't even acknowledge it because of all these things that has plagued us in the past, and we don't have that courage.
Exactly.
And that boldness to talk to someone. And even if you talk to someone because of it is a culture, they shut you up.
And imagine, you tell the person that you're supposed to trust. So if that person shuts you down until you ask for it, then you're gonna shut down. You're never gonna have anything else to say about it. You understand? So, and that's exactly what happened.
So did it affect you in your education, your schooling, your relationship with friends?
My education, no. I was really, that's the only thing I had, But I remember I was 7. I got pregnant with my son when I was 17 years old. Thank you, Lord, because he was a savior. Because I remember just feeling so depressed. I used to go, thinking about it now, I used to go in my friend's home, in their bathroom, in their cabinet, and take their parents' pills. Whatever pills I can find, I used to take the pills because I wanted to die. So I would just take these pills. And I remember just feeling so sick in my stomach. And then I'll go to sleep. Sometimes it would put me to sleep, and oh God, I can't believe I'm awake. This is when I was between 15, 16, going on 17.
You wanted to kill yourself?
I wanted to kill myself, yeah. I didn't want it to die. I wanted to die. I didn't want to live. I just did, because, I think now that those feelings that I suppressed about the sexual abuse, I'm a teenager now, my body is changing, so it just came to head again. I remember just going, closing my eyes, and I just could envision him opening my legs, and I used to even have nightmares. Yeah, it was bad. And then I got pregnant with my son at the age of 17. And that was the best gift that God gave me, because if I didn't have him, I didn't know where I would be. I probably would have been stronger on drugs like my brother did, you know what I mean? Because the pain was getting so severe. So when I found out I was pregnant with him, all my effort, all of my energy, everything went into him. So now I had a purpose. I had someone to love.
You have something to look to.
Yeah, I have somebody to love, and I have someone who's going to love me back. It was my thinking, and it is, because my son and I are very best friends. We're really close, So I worked very, very hard on to give him the best education, very, very hard, to give him a good life, and of course love. So all of that was suppressed. So all of the sexual abuse was suppressed when I had him, because I was just focusing now on him, just working hard for him. When he went off to university, I was left alone, and it started coming back. Those feelings started coming back. Those nightmares started coming back again. And I was embarrassed to talk to anybody about it, because I feel like they wouldn't understand. I feel like they would say, well, she asked for it. Do you know what I mean? So, so that was hard. Yeah.
So you were going through a lot inside, but you put so much on your son without dealing with what is inside.
Yeah. So yes, that's exactly right. I didn't deal with it. Period. Just didn't deal with it because I didn't know how to.
Because you didn't know how to. And like when you had your son, were you overprotective because of what happened to you?
Very, very, very overprotective. Too
You were
overprotective.
like a vulture,
Yes.
like looking at
Very overprotective.
nobody should come near.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Very.
Very over.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Because I did not want him to go through what I've
You
been
went
through. Yeah.
So when your son left for the uni and you were left alone, and all these emotions started coming in,
I started working harder
so you threw yourself
in
into.
the work, and then I would go and visit him as often as possible.
So you found something else
Yes.
to turn your attention to.
Yes, I work even harder. Keep busy. Keep busy. I'm telling
Keep
myself,
going,
yeah,
keep going, keep
yeah.
going. But were you not aware of? I understand you didn't have anybody to talk to, but there is lots of support out there, NGOs that they're not numbers because now you are older, and I'm just asking this question so that people who are out there who are listening to your story, and they're going through what similar things you're going through, were there no understanding like, okay, let me call this number, maybe they will help me.
You see, maybe there was, but you have to remember my thinking. Remember back then, my mother told me I asked for it.
So you
So I
felt so
convinced
guilt,
myself that I did. I was questioning myself. Did I? You understand? So it was even the shame because I felt like maybe I did something wrong, maybe I caused it. So even if there was, I was never going to talk about it.
You were not strong enough, you were not bold enough, you were not confident enough to go and say, because you have that self-doubt.
Yes. Yes.
Was your self-esteem affected? The way you carry yourself?
I
Did
always
you lock yourself out?
carried myself well, but I didn't love myself because I felt dirty. Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't love myself like I should. Like I don't love myself like I love me now. You know, I had to learn to love myself. I had to, yeah. And this is where I told you I've been working very, very hard on myself. Whereas I said I'm 80% there, but I have 20% to work for, and that is forgiveness. And so I choose to forgive him for what he did to me. You know, and I choose to forgive my mother who's already dead. Do you know what I mean?
So let me ask you this question. At what point did you make that radical decision like, okay, I want to help me? How did you get to that?
Because the pain was so severe. The pain. I used to get up and cry every morning, still now sometimes. Yes. The pain is there. It's just happened yesterday. And that's why I choose to use this platform to just come out with it, and it's a sense of healing for myself.
Yeah, it's a journey.
You know, and tell the mothers out there, parents out there, please allow your kids to come to you with anything. And if they come to you and say to you that they're being touched or somebody's being inappropriate to them, be there for them. Don't turn your back on them. Because we listen to our parents. We believe, our parents are supposed to be our support. Our parents are everything.
It's supposed to be your number one.
Yes, and then
person to go to. Not your friends, not your colleagues.
No.
Your parent. Especially if you are a girl child, your mother should be there to understand. So you just woke up one day and said, I don't want to go through this pain again. I want to do something.
January the 1st, 2023.
This year.
Yes.
Whoa.
I've been. You see me laughing, whatever, but that pain, it was always there, and it was not getting any better. It was getting worse.
So I've known you for how long now?
Almost 8 years.
I never knew anything. You box it up so well.
I do.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why behind every smile, something going on.
So this year, 57 years after, 50 years after, because you said it started around 7, 8.
Yeah, 7, 8 until I was 12 years old.
So 50 years after, you decided to change and make a change and go through the journey of healing, of forgiveness, and then, moving on.
I decided to take my life back. I decided to live my life. I need to live, and I need to continue to grow. And in order to grow and to free myself, I want to be free. I'm not free. I want to free myself. So in order for me to be free, I have to forgive. And forgiveness is the most hardest thing to do when somebody you trust hurt you so deeply. That is the hardest thing to do. However, I'm going to do it. I'm going to work very, very hard. I'm going to do it. I have to do it for me to move forward.
So, for you to move, you've decided. So what are your plans? Now you made this platform, and thank you very much for coming on this platform, making it the first point of call to your journey of healing. I pray that it will be short, it will not be long before you get it, because where you're going is just there. This is where you are. So the space between that, I pray it will be shortened, and then you will get to that healing fast, because it is not a good thing to really be held back because of your past and because of the trauma that these things have caused you.
Trauma.
Yeah, trauma. It's a trauma. It's traumatized.
It is.
Ties into to really wake up in the middle of the night because of something that happened in the past. Do you get it? So now, what were your plans? Now this is your first point of call.
Yeah, so this is my first point of call. And I will continue to work and grow. If I have to do therapy, then I'll do therapy. But to be honest, this is the first step. I don't know where I'm going to go from here. I don't know how I'm going to do it from here. I'll be talking to you a lot, that's for sure. Talking is, you know what I mean? So maybe just even talking about it. Now I can talk about it.
Now you can talk about it. Because
not
now,
just hold it in and be ashamed. I don't need to be ashamed anymore.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No. Because you are.
I was a child. It was out of my control.
Yes.
But now I have control. So I shall control it.
Now you have the power. Because then you were a little kid. There was no power. There was no support. There was no resources for you to really do this. Even if you want to fight the person that did this to you, you are powerless. You are helpless in such a in a way. But now you have the power. The power is in your hand. Now we have made this point of call. Do you think you will rather call some specialist, or you will see go through some special?
I am open to it. I'm definitely open to it. 100% I'm open to it. I'll do anything to heal, because the pain is still there. It is always there. I just swept it under the carpet and let it rest for a while. But it started creeping out of the carpet. Do you know what I mean? It's still there. Very, very. I feel like it's even worse because I've never dealt with it. I've absolutely never dealt with it. So yes.
You've been saying a lot about this pain. Are you able to describe what this pain is all about? What is it? Is it a headache? Is it muscle ache? So I would like you to just put a definition on it, because some people who are out there might be going through similar thing. They want to maybe identify with your pain. Do you understand what I mean?
Because I don't know, I think it's probably, I would say, chest pains, because yeah, and just hurt. I really don't know how to describe the pain other than I don't know how to describe it. I really don't know how to describe it. There's no words to describe it. It's just pain. It's not physical, it's mental. I mean, like I said, if I think too much about it, then of course I'll have like tightness of the chest.
Palpitation of the heart.
Yes. But
is it a pain that you have to see a doctor, a medical doctor?
No.
It has to be it has to do with psychology.
Yes.
Copy. You have identified the pain, you know where it is coming from, you have made a conscious effort to go through it, and I think you're doing the right thing.
Well, thank you.
I think you're doing the right thing, your friend. And seeing therapy, going to therapy, I think, would you consider that?
Yes, 100%. Like I said before, I will do anything to feel better. So if therapy is what I need to do, I'm open to it.
You are open to therapy. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
I wish you all the very best, and I'm always here if you need a friend to talk to, and that is why this platform is here.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. Thanks for having me.
So, viewers, you have heard her story. It is her story. She chose this platform to start the journey. You can too. You have the power to do it. So if you are going through similar thing, you've heard her. She talked to her mom. At least she tried. Please don't shut up. Don't shut off from the road. Talk to someone. And there are various NGOs, there are various therapy out there that you can call. Wherever you are on the face of the earth, I know there's a number. There's so much opportunity out there. Please don't kill yourself. Please get help. Please talk to someone. And on this platform, if you want to come and tell your story, we will embrace you and we will hear your story. Thank you, and once again, please like, comment. You can even join us to pray for Stephanie on her journey, healing journey. Please pray, because it is hard. She has chosen this year, her theme is forgiveness. She wants to forgive everyone. She wants to forgive herself, forgive everyone that has hurt her, and then release herself and move on to the better plan and purpose of God for her life. So please encourage her, pray for her, and share, like, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.